All right, what is going on, folks? Wrestling Otaku back here on the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC, and I'm back here for this short video. It is, of course, Wednesday night, Wednesday, November the 12th of 2025, and so just got through about a little over an hour or so ago. We're approaching midnight here, but I want to go ahead and briefly talk about tonight's special edition of, tonight's edition of AEW Dynamite, and it was the special Blood and Guts edition of AEW Dynamite, where tonight we had not one, but two Blood and Guts matches. The first ever women's Blood and Guts match, which kicked off the show 6-on-6. So it was a crazy. It was a heck. It was momentous. It was wild. It was bloody. Obviously, you had Sky Blue bleeding all over the place at one point. You had Mina Shirakawa and others. They got busted open. You saw all kinds of crazy spots throughout it, and the match ends with basically with a scene where Mina Shirakawa was basically getting gang attacked, was getting abused in the ring, and Toni Storm was forced to watch. And then Toni Storm ended up surrendering on behalf of her team, because the only way you can lose a match is via the only way a team can lose the match is either by submission or a surrender. So Toni Storm ended up surrendering in order to save her friend, or I guess it's what some people would consider her lover, that being Mina Shirakawa, at least in the storyline. But anyway, so the heels in this case, the Triangle of Madness, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Moné got the victory in that match via surrender. So yeah, but it's a fun match, a really solid match, first ever women's Blood and Guts match, and it definitely lived up to the hype. So then we had a Falls Count Anywhere match between AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs. It was physical, as you would expect. They fought all around the ring. They fought all around, the ringside area, through the crowd and such. And the match actually ended with Hangman Page dropping Hobbs off like an elevated platform, and he crashed through a table with electrical equipment, and the freaking sparks flew all over the place, and the lights kind of dimmed, for a bit. Hangman went down, got the pin on Powerhouse Hobbs, got the win afterwards. The other members of the Ops, attacked Samoa Joe, and Kazuhira Shibata attacked Hangman Page. He fought them off, and then he challenged Joe to a steel cage match for their match at Full Gear for the world's title. Then we had a in-ring segment with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then it closed out with the men's Blood and Guts match, won by, of course, the baby faces. So great show, great outing, loved it, loved every minute of it.